Okay, now I need at least one person to let me know if y'all can actually hear me. Y'all not gonna be able to see me, but y'all will be able to hear me. Let me know if you can. I'm going to do what I always do and play me a little something before we get into it. I'm in a different room tonight, so y'all let me know if everything sounds, at least everything sounds clear, all right? Y'all can go get y'all some shit real quick. To give y'all time. This is random, so I'm gonna give people about 7 minutes.
On the master, I told you about situations that made my mom pray. Money outweighs the harm, but it also puts you in harm's way. Boys in the hood that was riding dirty along trade. Felons who talk twisted, please try to stay out these cons' way. I'm trying to be rated greater beyond Ye, beyond Pun, beyond Nas, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Andre. Full course meals, the smothered veal for the entree. Pecan glaze on top of vanilla.
What's up, Goddess? Gina. What's up, Leash?
They want to stay pen but never can penetrate us. I demonstrate just how these men betrayed us. Defend the haters, we created this game. So how
y'all hit that like button on your way in.
What I propose to you, I'm still explodable, locked in the coldest room.
Yeah, that is ransom.
Ready for
Brother
war, so
Russ.
I can show it's true. A general's supposed to be hard to spot, cause he works as hard as his soldiers do. Yeah.
Listen to this shit, yo. Like, this is ransom, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this and tell y'all this is ransom, all right? Like, listen to these bars, yo.
That's what I'm supposed to do. I paint violent pictures, my camera lenses is broken too. Rain is meant for this vocal booth. Nigga, cold plays on a high corner. The black bay roof on the roof, just call me the shot caller. Ran up in your spot hesitant. I know that you got daughters, but I don't play little league games. I hope that I'll pop one.
I'm gonna type his name in here because y'all hard to hear. Let me type it. His name is Ransom.
No more of this coonery, no more of your simple-minded buffoonery. No more saying, mama, I ain't got it, then you buy jewelry. I'm truly free, a man with a conscience. That's what I grew to be, cause back then I would choke you unconscious. You couldn't move or breathe, your true need for me is absurd.
What's up, Leanne?
I don't assume you read, but happiness in life is reserved. Until you truly grieve, a man who never wastes any words. I never shoot the breeze, I just want all the love I deserve. I got elusive needs, yeah. Maya Angelou with a damaged view. So beautiful. But they never knew what this man could do. The rage I got inside of my heart is dark as the Spanish flu. The fans who knew thought everything that they
about to get started in a minute, y'all.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab your smoke, your water.
I gave you all my pain through these years that I knew you felt.
Go ahead and grab y'all shit.
To live, it has nothing to do with health. Sometimes the healing process is worse than the wound itself. Duffel. When you look at my window,
this shit's so fucking cold, man. Y'all, we about to get it in about 2 minutes. It's a random ass show. I didn't announce it nowhere, so.
Listen, I'm riding with the Reaper. Told him the pleasure was all mine, and I was dying just to meet you. No handshakes in the stand, colder than the freezer. Had to chill knowing that death could be over in the breather. He told me I was eager, too much in my feelings. All this emotion makes it hard for me to reach you. Just stay calm so I can teach you. I kill all students who don't believe the violent words of the Reaper. Nah, I think that you a keeper. Remember in 6th grade, the switchblade through the kid in the sleeper? Then you hid in the bleachers, sat and watched like a proud dad. Outcast, angel in hell, burning without ash. Do you know the smell of a rotten body? Would you go to hell for a Maserati? I'm just asking this for a friend of mine. You say yes, we'll be doing this till the end of time. Slow down, I see us a victim. Let's get it cracking on them. Hop out, empty a drum and stop all the traffic on them. They won't even need a casket for them. Better him than you, body and melt like you threw some acid on them. Yeah, I'm a cold nigga. Get a hold of your spirit and watch your soul shiver. When you chefing the drug and cook on the stove quicker. Kill your community, soon to be in that gold digger. That's the one that you always wanted, right? That's the one. Did all the murders and now you stunning, right? Yeah, I told you I'd be the one to do it. That's just a fantasy when it come to music. Now that you set up, time to pay all the dividends. The jewelry, the cars, the lavish trip that you living in.
Okay, y'all.
Taking their souls and soul riveting. You
that's my shit, though.
There's no price to pay.
Y'all hear that fucking beat?
You see, most of you killers be getting lost on me. Get them a family and go soft on me. But I don't need none of you niggas. Been recruiting for years. Me and my homie, we got a large army. Get religious and sick God on me. But I don't fear none. Get me a soldier to do the job for me. Your God ain't nearly as old. I'm weary and cold, but really I'm just here for your soul. The Reaper.
Okay, for real. Oh no. Oh man, hold on. Okay. Okay. Shout out to London Link. Everybody's here right now. That was Ransom. The EP is called Director's Cut Part 2. Both Director's Cut and Director's Cut Part 2 are both fire. Both fire. Okay? So, I've been bumping them shits that came out well, I know at least one of them came out this year. But, you know, Ransom music ain't really getting put out there like that. My brother actually put me on. He told me to listen. Well, he actually was playing it one night, and I was like, what the? And I had to go get it. And I mean, I had no choice. So that's Ransom, Director's Cut, and Director's Cut Part 2. Those two tracks I just played was off Director's Cut Part 2. All right? Got that out the way. Y'all, I wanted to come in here and talk to y'all for a little while. I'm going to be running because I'm not going to be on long tonight. I'm actually on the other side. I'm not in my normal room where I go live from. I'm in my bedroom, and I didn't feel like getting on camera. It's dark as fucking here, and I'm chilling. And my son is in there knocked out anyway, so I just closed my door and came over here, and I figured I would get on. I don't have my normal mic, so let me know if I know somebody said my voice sound clear, but let me know if I'm still sounding clear. If y'all can hear what I'm saying. What's up, Mia? Let me know if y'all can hear what I'm saying. And we're going to get right into it. Because there's a couple things that we need to discuss. Y'all hit that like button on your way in. Y'all go ahead and put hashtag B123 if you fucking with me. If you're a part of my pride and understand what I'm saying, when I'm saying it, let me know that you with me. Those who are not, if we got any first timers, welcome. We gonna get it in. Now listen, y'all. One of the issues I have with the Black Lives Matter movement, as we've discussed this here and also on my video channel, it seems to be that not only is they have these transgenders trying to take the front running, even over the homosexuals, you got these transgenders out here that are saying they are on some type of mission or, you know, acting like they trying to get these rights when really all they want the right to do is to have a heterosexual male lay up with them, fuck with them, and that not be viewed as gay as fuck. That's really the only right that they are trying to really get. We must be real about it. If people are insulted by that, it doesn't matter to me. This is the truth. All they want to do is have me look at one and bite my motherfucking lip and go lay up with somebody with a dick. This is what they want me to do as a straight, masculine black man. This is what they want us to do. They want this to be okay to us. And the Black Lives Matter movement is fine with this because their job and their mission is to get black men in a position to where we are becoming more feminized, and gay shit like this, it becomes the norm amongst our people. This is what they're doing. And when they focus on specifically police brutality, they leave out a lot of areas that need specific addressing. One being that we've talked about on this channel is the medical examiner and the coroner, which are interchangeable a lot of times, but nobody wants to talk about these motherfuckers. And I'm going to explain why we should be talking about these motherfuckers. And more people, if you're going to be calling people out, you can't keep letting these anti-black, racist, cave motherfuckers, a lot of time cave motherfuckers, they're not caves and they're just fucking sellouts out here, because we have plenty black sellouts that are a part of this political space. They're a part of the police department. They're a part of every system that is anti-black, and they don't do anything with their positions to bring light to the reality of what's going on. This is the problem that we have amongst our people. Too many of us are willing to sell the fuck out and turn a blind eye and make sure that we ourselves are safe. This is what we got going on. We got a whole lot of anti-black shit going on out here, but nobody's talking about anything but police brutality. I'm going to start this show off tonight in Morristown, New Jersey. Now, I'm not sharing my screen, but I shared this story on my Instagram page. If you're not following me on Instagram, links in the description box to do so, at Team Rob 5. So we're going to start out in Morristown, all right, New Jersey. A brother, Amani Kildea, and I'm hoping I'm not fucking his last name up, but Amani Kildea, 20-year-old black man, found hanging from a tree on June 28th of this year in Morristown. His death has been ruled a suicide by medical examiners and authority who say there is no reason to believe foul play was involved. Now, this black man was an anti-pedophile activist. He had a site that exposed pedophiles. I'm reading it straight from the article. It says the local medical examiner's office believes there was no criminality involved and determined Amani's death a suicide, and police have ruled out the possibility that his death had anything to do with exposing pedophilia on his page at Pedo Got Caught, a page that adopted the same approach as To Catch a Predator, where members would pose as minors online before catching and exposing a predator publicly. Understand, he's exposing these nasty ass fucking pedophiles out here. They find him hanging from a tree, and a medical examiner say, yeah, I think he was suicidal. Anybody that's going to dedicate their lives to exposing pedophiles, they are clearly suicidal. This is what the medical examiner determined. This is why the medical examiners across this fucking nation need to be dealt with, because I'm not a medical examiner or a coroner, and I got more sense than that. A lot of people get the two confused, coroners and medical examiners. The main thing that separates the coroner from the medical examiner is that coroners are elected by people. Now, we don't know what people, because it ain't us. You never see no vote for coroner signs just hanging around. But they're voted by people who do not have professional training, which sounds like the general public, but again, we know it ain't us, right? And the medical examiners are appointed and have board certification in a medical specialty. So these be, motherfuckers with doctorates and shit, walking around ruling every black person they find hanging from a fucking tree. In particular, I'm focusing on these trees, as if this is something, as they've studied us. Now, we understand that this society has studied us through and through. That's why they know us. They're studying us right now as we speak. They've been studying us. But for them to try to convince us and come out here and say this shit, they know this is not a part of our psychological makeup. No matter how hard times get for us, we don't sit around hanging ourselves from fucking trees. I mean, come on. They know this. We know this, but we continue to accept this as a norm. They made the anti-lynching law act towards the end of last year, what they were going to do to determine that lynchings were hate crimes. You know the problem with that, and the problem with that when I saw it, the problem with that was, well, you wanting to call them a hate crime, but we can't even get your bitch ass to call it a crime. You see what I'm saying? We your bitch ass won't even call it a crime, but you know, you want to call this, well, we're gonna classify them as hate crimes. It doesn't fucking matter. And they did that shit because they know we wasn't really paying attention like that. We let them get away with shit. We were saying shit like, finally, we thought this had been on the books. Well, that's one argument. But the other argument could be making something a hate crime that they always rule a suicide is virtually impossible anyway. That's impossible. Why the fuck ain't nobody calling these anti-black ass medical examiners and coroners out? You mean to tell me this black man, 20 years old, Brother Amani, exposing pedophiles and decides to hang himself from a tree? And you say it's no foul play. Out here, Brother Robert Fuller in Southern California, his lynching was ruled a suicide. He's suffering from mental illness. Wouldn't they say that about anybody that's committing suicide? So they try to say, they say that a lot. Oh yeah, they was suffering from a mental illness. Brother Robert Fuller out of California. When the fuck are we going to at least turn some of our attention to the medical examiner and the coroners? You want to tell me, you want me to be relieved that you're going to call lynchings hate crimes, but your bitch ass ain't never even called them a crime. You call them suicides. So what the fuck is the benefit of making something a hate crime? When I speak on this Black Lives Matter vibe and this focus on police brutality, we're going to get these, as they're calling, they're going to allow people to sue them in court, civil courts and shit like that. We're going to reform these motherfuckers. Okay. That's specifically about police. There are medical examiners and coroners that have ruled every single black lynching from a tree a suicide. That's problematic as fuck. That's not just a little thing. And when I talk about it and people kind of brush over it like it's a small thing, like, Rob, he's running his fucking mouth again, But this is a big fucking deal. All of them. All of them ruled suicides. Who the fuck in prison for lynching a black man or woman or a child? Who? This is historical shit. They've been lynching black people. And then what makes it so crazy is America wants to convince us that they're not racist. Meanwhile, they allow, whoever is running around here, whenever the fuck they get ready, these motherfucking cave-ass racist murderous pieces of shit know for a fact that the coroner and the medical examiner is going to rule it a suicide. Wouldn't that, pardon your behavior? What are you saying? But you're not racist, but you're not addressing this. You want us to believe that you're progressive, but you're not addressing this. The Democrats want us to believe that they're liberal, but they're not addressing this. The Republicans want us to believe that they're the ones that really care about black people, but they're not addressing this. No one is addressing this. I don't even see woke niggas addressing this. when this is a very serious problem. Because once they rule it a suicide, no investigation ensues. It's what they would call an open and shut case. They need to make this an issue. We need to make this an issue. How are they getting away with this every time? Knowing damn well black people ain't sitting around hanging themselves from trees. We don't act like that. I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't any black people that in this nation that don't commit suicide. But hanging ourselves from trees? When? When the fuck was that? And we have to be the people who see in the society that they talking about police brutality, but we must bring up other conversations as well. Or the other areas, this entire fucking system that's corrupt gets to just get off. And the scapegoat gets to just be specifically the fucking cops. And we can't allow that. We can't allow that. But this society wants us to believe that it's not racist. There are coons, full-blown coons out here who call themselves being the voice of Black America. They never talk about this, though. Even the ones that some of you will consider smart, the conservatives that get all over TV and, disparage black people as much as they can, they don't talk about, they say, well, there's no such thing as police brutality. Was there also no such thing as every suicide or every lynching in this country being ruled a suicide? Is that also a made-up thing? Is that also made up? Candace Owens, is that created as a created white supremacist illusion as an excuse that we're using? Is that also that? Is this just something that we made up as well? Because it's a fact. An irrefutable fact that nobody ever wants to deal with. We had a brother that had dedicated his life to exposing pedophiles at 20 years old. Can you imagine the fucking vision? Was you thinking like that at 20? You think them pedophiles around there was happy with that? We have government officials that have been proven to be fucking pedophiles involved in sex trafficking. Government officials and these motherfucking movie stars and entertainers from Hollywood. And they rule that a suicide? And see, the problem is right now, we're focused. We focused, but we're more focused on symbolic victories and specifically talking about the police. We more focused on painting Black Lives Matter in the streets and won't ever even utter the name of the motherfucking medical examiner, utter the name of the motherfucking coroner. We won't even talk about them. We won't even deal with them. We just painting Black Lives Matter in the streets and got these motherfuckers talking about defunding police and police reform. That's not all. And we cannot allow, even if you're going to be calling yourself being in support of Black Lives Matter, which I don't see how anybody really could be at this point, but if you don't call yourself being in support of that, you still need to broaden, broaden your motherfucking scope, broaden your perspective. It's ridiculous that we let these motherfuckers get away with this type of shit and we don't even make it a conversation. Because that's what we're doing right now. That's the main focus that black people got. They just want to have a conversation, right? Because even in our collective, we're scattered. And that's the reality of it. Anybody listening to this, start making that a part of your debate. As you talking about racism, well, make motherfuckers explain this. It's not a fucking phenomenon. Jesus ain't changing this shit. Clearly. Y'all can pray all you want to. Jesus ain't doing shit about any of this. He not protecting somebody that's exposing pedophiles from being lynched and then having the fucking government come rule the suicide. Jesus ain't, y'all can pray all day. All day, all night. Every year. Jesus ain't protecting our people out here. Even the ones that would be righteous. No protection. This is why we must protect ourselves. We have to stop letting that be a taboo thing to protect yourself. We're relying on too many other people to do it for us. We think motherfuckers got our backs. No one does. Not even y'all's God. So if your God don't got your back, you gonna have to learn to protect yourself. Cops not gonna do it. Even the motherfuckers that's investigating the death, determining the cause of death, they're not gonna do it. We must protect ourselves. We don't have a choice. No one's going to do it for us. And if we're going to be talking about racism, we must make this a reality. Us protecting ourselves and calling this motherfucking entire system out. Not just one piece of the system, the entire fucking system. We must arm ourselves. And we must learn to be aware as black people that are in a motherfucking war zone. We're in a war zone. Because there's something about people who are exposing pedophiles, and this is even outside of race. The motherfuckers exposing pedophiles could have easily been a cave, and that motherfucker would have been found dead somewhere too. There's something about this government that has an issue with anybody who chooses to expose their sickness. We must know that. And the more and more they find black people lynched by trees or in trees, from trees, the more and more they keep throwing bullshit out here at us to throw us off. Because we already wasn't talking about the medical examiners. I mean, even some of the greatest scholars that I've listened to of our people and orators, they didn't talk about the motherfucking medical examiners or coroners. Nobody's really talking about them. But we have to make that a conversation, and we also must protect ourselves by any means. Because if more of these motherfucking lynch mobs was getting shot, it would slow their motherfucking asses down. I believe that. We walking around here with either our heads down or our heads staring at the sky too motherfucking much. And that means we don't have any peripheral vision because it's gone. Either your confidence so low, your head is down, or your silly ass is looking to the clouds for Jesus to come down. And either way, you're not watching your back. And your motherfucking peripheral vision is done. There is none. And this is black folks' problem. Somehow we believe in this shit is okay. Head on a swivel, you black. You ain't got time to be keying out here in the streets. You ain't got time for all of that. Not paying attention. Being in dark places. Being surrounded by the motherfucking caves. This state of existence has never worked for black people. Not once has this worked for black people. You have to keep your head on a swivel. Even if you want to believe that you are in a safe space or everything's okay. No, just don't. Don't believe that shit. It's a fallacy. Always be on guard. You can relax when you're sleeping in the house. Maybe. And that was a plug for these motherfuckers to do something about the cops who murdered Breonna Taylor. Because you might be in your bed minding your business. It don't matter. Really. It really don't fucking matter. And the black AG over there, a coon. We talked about those in the beginning of the show. We have these black people in these positions of what would be so-called power. We got to put power in air quotes. They ain't even doing shit. This is the type of shit that we're dealing with out here. Where you'll have black people in these positions and still. This black man laying in the motherfucking caves. I forget his bitch ass name. Laying up in the caves. Breonna Taylor killers, murderers are still out here chilling. Still chilling. So even when you laying in bed, sleep, you're black. Why are we sitting around here acting like shit is cool? I don't get it. So easily distracted. Niggas talking about entanglements now. It's like... Not everything is a goddamn entanglement. Everything's an entanglement. Because it's the type of shit we focused on. And it's so crazy, like, shit be real as fuck out here. And no matter how real it is, there's always some fuck shit going on that throws our attention to some other shit that doesn't matter. Like, I posted on Instagram, black folk been in an entanglement with the caves for at least 200 years. At least. A full-blown entanglement. We can't seem to separate ourselves from. We still seeking to please the white man and his mama and make the caves as happy as we can. That's a motherfucking entanglement. You loving your motherfucking oppressor. That's an entanglement. If we gonna be clearly defining what an entanglement is to me, it's not laying up in no pussy for a little while of a married woman. That's, you know. An entanglement is black folk being beaten, murdered, raped, pillaged, and still seeking white acceptance, still loving your oppressor. Still telling me about how many good white folks out here. That's a goddamn entanglement. Fuck y'all talking about. Bitch ass August, no. All he did was break weak on some pussy. That's all he did. He broke weak. Well, the true entanglement is the relationship that black people have developed with the caves. These is facts. These are facts. Y'all begging for white allies. Y'all have a whole movement telling them that your goddamn life matter. That's an entanglement. If we being real, like falling in some pussy and not knowing the rules, or you know. And people be so vested in these motherfucking people's relationships and shit. Like something is wrong with something is wrong with people, man. Like something is seriously wrong. The real entanglement can't be discussed because we going to discuss Jada's entanglement. And Will talking about some entanglement? Like, is that what we call him? Okay. Worried about other people's shit. Meanwhile, every black person found hanging from a tree is ruled a suicide. Okay. Okay, black folk. Y'all out here choosing sides and shit. Like, well, Jada really wrong cause she a married woman. Like, like August was the victim. Look at Will's face. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. Crazy. Talking about what you would do. Worried about the wrong shit. I don't understand. It's so easy. Like, it's so easy. And that really ain't nobody's business. Really. Bitch ass August should have kept his fucking mouth shut. Like, you're a grown man. Like, chill. Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't know she was married or something. Like she hid her marriage from the motherfucker or something. Like, no, he knew she was married. How the fuck does he get to be a victim? It just doesn't make any sense, y'all. And y'all are actually having full-blown debates over this shit. I can't. It's tough for me. It really is. It really is hard for me because this is who we always are. Like, it is so frustrating that this is who we always are. Like, that's none of our fucking business. And that's what should have been said to August. Like, August, yo, none of my business, bro. You could have kept that all to your fucking self. You know the rules. You knew she was married. Stop playing. Like, what? Well, you know her first love was Tupac. It's like, what? Y'all be really, really trying to analyze and breaking down other people's shit. She'll never love nobody like she loved Tupac. Like, y'all niggas, like, come on, man. Trying to break down the psychology of people you don't know based on interviews you done heard and shit. Like, y'all don't even realize how fucking ridiculous that is. Meanwhile, they trying to make straight niggas fuck tranny motherfuckers and that be cool. Meanwhile, while y'all over here fucking around with entanglements and shit, they got a lot of shit going on out here right now, and it's heavy. Cause a motherfucker like me can roll through and be like, oh man, that's some bitch ass, that's a whole ass nigga, and I can keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be really focusing on this shit, like breaking it down, like, are y'all fucking serious, man? If that's they shit, let them do their shit. Like let's keep moving. Like we got work to do. I haven't heard her go to the red table and address white supremacy. Like sit white supremacy across from that motherfucker and address it. God damn it! Like what the fuck, y'all? It's so crazy to me. And I know that may sound crazy as fuck, but it's like, yo, don't nobody give a fuck, yo. Angela Yee, you want to interview somebody? Interview white supremacy. Who gives a fuck what August talking about? Like, this nigga hurt over some pussy he can't get no more? Like, all that should have been said from this whole debacle is women beware of bitch ass niggas. That's really, there's nothing else to say. Like, there's nothing to break down. Beware of bitch ass, hoe ass niggas. That's it. To surmise the whole situation, entanglement and all. Beware of bitch ass niggas. Ladies, they're out here. And they exist by the millions. But y'all can't be focused on stupid ass shit like that. Like, come on. Come on, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see her talk to Will about their marriage. You do that shit at the house, man. But we saw, they broke a record, yo. They broke a record for most streams on Facebook or some shit, some record. That conversation broke a record, man. That conversation broke a record. And it really could have been done on purpose just so they could break a record. I mean, we act like these ain't goddamn actresses and actors and shit. I mean, you don't know. You don't know what the fuck going on, man. Y'all want to know, especially when it comes to people's relationships. Like, black people are so focused on other people's relationships, it really don't make no sense. It's real odd to me. So focused on other people's shit. Will and Jada could have had that goddamn conversation at the house. None of my motherfucking business. Talk about it at the house. And let's deal with white supremacy, Jada. You got a show. Let's deal with that. Red table that. Help me understand. Let's make a national public conversation as to why the fuck these medical examiners and coroners get to run around here all willy-nilly. Why the fuck is there a man with a dick and a skirt on and some titties taking some pills telling me that I can come lay up to his dick having ass and it be a real woman? Why am I dealing with that, Jada? Can we talk about that? Let's talk about that shit. Even if them bitches go to have surgery, sitting around talking about they real women, talk to one, put one of them at the red table. I want to, because this is a goddamn psychological disorder at this point. Well, really, from the beginning, really, been a goddamn problem. But I mean, come on, what the fuck are we allowing to happen out here? Do we letting these motherfuckers say they real women? And because y'all too scared to say anything, y'all letting them? Like, women, y'all letting them? Y'all let them get away with this shit? It's an insult. It's ridiculous. But motherfuckers too scared to say anything. Something's wrong with you. It just is what it is. Something is wrong with your motherfucking ass. You're not a woman. Stop it. I'm not a cis man. I'm just a man. That's it. I'm just a man. I'm not putting cis in front of my shit for you, motherfucker. Your mentally deranged ass. I mean, if we gonna let these motherfuckers do shit like that, we might as well let them convince us that the motherfucking sky is motherfucking purple or some shit. If we gonna play games like this, the next mentally ill motherfucker you see that sit here and say the motherfucking sky is purple, you walk up to him and say, yeah, it is purple. Because that's basically the same thing they want us to do. It's the same shit. Like, yeah, it is. Even though it's blue as fuck. Like, yeah, that motherfucker is purple as fuck. Just to make them feel better. No, bitch, is blue. Something wrong with your eyes. Go see somebody. Something's wrong. Okay? Why is this group of people the ones that get to run around here and have a goddamn disorder and it be okay? Well, I can say the same thing about people that are addicted to food. I think there's a large movement, and no pun intended, large movement on us allowing people to be fat as fuck, and we say, well, yeah, it's cool. Like there's two, you know, that addiction nobody really wants to deal with, but this, you a man, like, you a woman? Like, no, you're not. Not gonna happen. And if I fuck with you, I'm not gay. I like upon deciding to fuck with you, I think I would have had to decide that I was also gay. Like that's just the only way it could work. I don't see it being like a news flash or no shit like that. But since they're a real woman, I could just go do it. Although fucking with those real women, if I ever wanted to plan on having children, it just couldn't happen. Not because the eggs are scrambled. No, nothing like that. Because the motherfucker don't got no goddamn eggs, you see. There's a problem. That means you're not a real woman. Because you don't even got, it ain't like there's something wrong. Like you just can't have kids. You're a woman. You just can't have kids. You're a man. And thus no womb. And thus no woman. Like it just, to me, it's simple mathematics. It's simple mathematics. A man plus a trans woman equals no kids. So I think the question would be, what the fuck is going on here with that? A man plus a trans woman equals no kids. So you gonna convince me because you say it loud enough and because you call me transphobic that equation now, because of your pressure, equals kid. I'm supposed to dive so deeply into your delusion. I'm supposed to be like, yeah. It can most definitely happen. Possibly, it could really happen. When it's an impossibility. Steer the course, black people. Anybody, even the straight people, men and women, don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for it. Don't let them guilt you into it. Don't let them make you believe that you're trying to say that their lives don't matter. Because that's they're trying to trap you into a box where, well, you trying to say don't nobody care about the trans people? No, I'm not trying to say that, motherfucker. But you're not a woman. Like, let's deal with the conversation for what it is. You're not gonna trap me. I'm not saying I hope you die. I'm saying you got a mental goddamn problem and you're not a woman. That's all I'm saying. And I'm continuing to move on. I'm gonna say that real quick and I'm gonna get the fuck up out of there. I ain't gonna dwell on it heavy. And the reason I have to come dwell on it at all is because you keep yelling at me that something's wrong with me. And I'm not gonna let you do that to me. It's not gonna happen to me. You're not gonna convince me that something's wrong with me just because you're not a woman. And that's the game that they playing with people. Well, you're being oppressive if you don't, buy into the delusion. No, I'm not being oppressive, motherfucker. You're not a woman. How does that oppress you? I'm not telling you that you can't go work, make money, marry whoever you want to marry. I'm not telling you can't do none of that shit. What I'm saying is that you're not a woman. So you can't call that oppressive. That's like a motherfucker walking up to me saying, man, you ain't white. And me starting a whole movement on how motherfuckers is oppressing me by telling me I ain't white when I'm clearly fucking black. Like, stop. That's not oppression. That's what they're trying to do, though. This is why they insult you by saying that their struggle and their oppression is the same as yours. We can't let that shit happen. You're not oppressed. I'm not oppressed by the idea of white supremacy, institutional racism, them walking up to me, telling me I'm black is not what's oppressive. I could give a fuck less about being called black. That's what I am. Now, if I had a mental problem, I would have an issue with that. If I was Candace Owens, I might have a problem with that. You telling me I'm black. There may be a problem then, if I got a mental problem. But telling these people they're not women is not you oppressing them, nor is that transphobic, and stop letting them tell you that shit. And nor should they be able to tell you, black man, straight black man, really straight black man, not the play ones. I know those exist. I'm talking about for real straight black men, that you have to be attracted to that. And if you're not, then you're transphobic. Black people, we must stay focused. And anybody against us, we need to let them know that I see that you're against me. We have to make that very, very fucking clear. I see that you are against me and really against the entire people, because no one has time to be arguing with you about whether or not your bitch ass is a woman. We don't have time for even to have that argument. Every lynching, every time they find us hung from a tree, even if it was you and your all transgenderness, they find you hung from a tree, they'll say you were suicidal. No one has time to argue on whether you was a woman or not. You're dead. Because you're black. They ruled it a suicide because you're black. That's what happens. These motherfuckers are fighting for the right to make me buy into their delusion. Because technically, fighting for a right would be for you really to accept your motherfucking self for what you are. You call yourself a woman, that should be your freedom right there. You have the freedom to do that. You have the freedom to call yourself a woman. I have the freedom to be like, get your dumb ass the fuck up out of here. Like, that's what the fuck freedom is. You're not fighting for anything. Transgender, you're not fighting for anything. You're in the way. You don't have a real fight. Yeah, I said it. Like, I said that. You don't have a fight. Stop playing with us. It's simple to me. These motherfuckers are trying to distract us and make us feel less than human, like we are the most unaccepting people. That there is a serious phobia within the black community, but it's not really there. Because we're not the ones stopping them from working. We're not the ones stopping them from being married if they want to be. We haven't stopped them from doing shit. But we also can't stop people from laughing at your motherfucking ass. And we also can't stop people from acknowledging the fact that you still got an Adam's apple. like what the fuck, man? I saw that the other day. I was online. I saw that Sports Illustrated had their first trans woman on the cover in a fucking swimsuit, and I mean, it looks like a man. I don't even see how one is tricked or fooled by these people. I question, you know, the vision, at least the vision, right? I question the vision of those who are tricked. I very seriously question the mindset of the ones who fall for, like, how I haven't saw one that I'm like, yeah, that looks like a woman for real. I would have completely never known. Like, I haven't seen one yet. Haven't seen one yet. It's ridiculous that they're trying to push this as a reality and make me feel like, make you feel like you the crazy one, you the oppressive one. The entire black community. Mad love, go Lions. Mad love to brother go Lions for the tithes and offerings on this good Sunday. Y'all probably gave all y'all money to pastor. He ain't talking about the medical examiner coroner either. He ain't doing it. And these motherfuckers so goddamn corrupt that they sitting around actually on the bandwagon with these motherfucking insane ass people who have this identity crisis. They're trying to get you to be okay with it, black man. They're trying to get you to be okay with it, but I'm gonna tell you to stay strong, man. That's my advice to you. Stay strong and stay motherfucking focused and get you some heat and keep your head on a motherfucking swivel. This is for all black people. We have to stop allowing these motherfuckers to play these games with us, even if it's our own people. We have to stop allowing these motherfuckers to play these types of games with us, and we must not allow our entire existence to be relegated to police brutality. That's all the oppression that we experience. We can't allow that. If you are a black man and you're laying up with a trans woman, you gay. Um, it's it's that doesn't mean you don't deserve to live. Um, that doesn't mean that the trans woman that you're laying with doesn't deserve to live and exist. But you gay, okay? And you're gonna have to become okay with that. That's gonna have to be you walking, as they say, in your truth, because you gay as fuck, okay? And it's gonna be all right. All right, just come on out. Let it be known. If you know, if you were tricked, again, your vision is impaired to say the least. Um, but you don't deserve to be killed. But you gay as fuck. Okay? I'm not saying nothing should happen to you, but you you gay as fuck. And I think that the problem is you trying to convince us that you're not gay, and you having an issue acknowledging that you are actually gay. Like you know, it's gonna be all right. We gonna laugh, you know. But it's more insulting to us. Like, we gonna laugh at y'all, but it's more insulting to us if you try to tell me that you're not gay. Like, you gonna Malik Yoba me? Like, no, I'm not. I'm not. I didn't let him do it, and he was a goddamn New York undercover ass nigga. I'm not. I'm not gonna let you do it. You just need to walk in your truth and let that be what it is. That's just really all it is to it. You gay, and what you're laying with is not a woman, and that's why you're gay. So, um, yeah, if everybody just walk in their truth, we could this could really be a short conversation, but it's too many motherfuckers out here that's crazy, man. It should be a short conversation, nigga. You gay, sir? You're not a woman. Like, It should really be. You should be able to move through like that. Like it's okay. I mean, you should be able to walk through, say those two things, and keep walking. Like what they over there talking about? Oh, let me come clear this up real quick. Since there's confusion, let me clear this up for your motherfucking ass real quick, like, and let's keep moving. Because we out here dealing with a whole lot of motherfucking bullshit because we're black, and you know, I think that should be the focus of where everybody is. And when you're not focused on that, then you're anti-black, and thus that makes you my enemy. And you know, I ain't gonna have no love for you. I'm really not. That's not my job to have love for you like that because you're anti-black. I was insulted by you calling yourself a woman, but now you know you going full blown anti-black, and again, they're ruling all of us. They're saying that we hang ourselves from trees when shit get a little tough for us. I think that should be more so what we focused on versus you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think anybody that's doing that, anybody that's making the focus about them, or anybody that's, you know, trying to pull the attention away from what the issues actually are, they are anti-black and they need to be called out as such. And you should hate them. I mean, I'm not saying wish nothing happened to them, but just you should hate them. You should hate anybody that's giving you an argument saying, well, yeah, trans women are women. Like, you should hate anybody that says that. And I mean, it may sound bad, but that's just the truth. You should hate the fuck out of them because they're insulting everything you're about. And really, black people, we have to stop letting this shit happen. We have to stop letting them call us homophobic. We have to stop letting ourselves be called transphobic. We have to stop letting people, you know, propagandize us on every level. Like they do it about everything. They do it about voting. They do it about, I mean, everything, every single thing. Because y'all see that the power that they have with their media and who they choose to put a microphone in front of, that really, really, that affects us. That affects how we're looked at. That affects how we look at ourselves. Like, Elaine, wow, shout out to Elaine Lloyd. To my gay, Rob, you ain't know you can give head 3 times and be straight. Hell no, that's that tank shit. That's that motherfucking tank shit right there. Also, call me your majesty because I feel like a processed. I feel like a processed. So I am. What you mean? Tell me what that last part mean. Like you got to clear it up for me. Maybe you messed the word up. Yeah, BJ. That's what I was talking about in Morristown, New Jersey. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about. The brother exposing the pedophiles. They ruled that a suicide, but we still just talking about the cops. Oh, you meant princess. Elaine, let me find out I just decoded what you meant. Watch this. Let me see if I did it. Call me your majesty because I feel like a princess, so I am. Because you put processed. Did you mean princess? Did I get that shit right real quick? Did I put it together? But we really have to stop letting people define us by using propaganda, even if it's our own people. These motherfuckers vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. Black people, y'all don't vote enough. They doing that to us. They tell us we're transphobic. They telling us we're heterophobic. They telling us we got toxic masculinity. I mean, they everything. We getting everything thrown at us, and we have to be tight about this shit. We got to be tight about it. And we have to arm ourselves and defend ourselves because these motherfuckers can get away with lynching us. They can get away with it. So we have to arm ourselves and stop playing games. Stop walking around with our heads in the fucking clouds waiting on Jesus. Stop walking around with your head down, lacking the confidence, waiting to be accepted by the motherfucking caves. feeling safe in areas where you are, you know, you one of the only black folk there. That's when you feel like, no, we have to stop doing that shit. Cause we setting ourselves up. We setting ourselves up. And y'all know they about to go back heavy on this corona shit. They talking about shutting cities down and shit like that. Enforcing that you wear a mask in certain businesses and things like that. They're calling themselves really getting down into this corona shit. I saw something that said the Chinese, they done found the bubonic plague over that motherfucker. Like 2 cases of that. Like what the fuck? These motherfuckers is wilding. Always into some shit. Always getting into some shit. Them Asian caves are still caves, and y'all need to recognize that shit. Like, they still fucking caves. Carrying disease like the caves. They acting like that. I'm not apologizing for it. You can call me racist all the fuck you want. They done found bubonic plague over that motherfucker. It is because they're sitting around eating and doing crazy ass shit. Eating bats and shit. I did some research the other day on what they call, there's a group of fucking mega bats. I saw a picture of one of them up online. I said, well, let me go see if it's real. Because some of this shit posted online be photoshopped as a bitch. I went and did some fucking research. There is a such thing as fucking mega bats. They don't eat people. They eat fruit. Okay? Now, if you want to convince me, if I saw one of them bitches coming at me, if I would be thinking, well, they eat fruit. I don't think that would be the thought I would have, even though I've done the research. I don't think I would feel secure and kind of hold my arm out like this bitch is going to fly and land on my arm and chill and shit, right? I'm quite sure I'd be nervous than a bitch, okay? And I'm not the type motherfucker that will sit around and be nervous like that. But if some shit is coming towards me at high speed, I have a tendency to work in high speed in the other direction. All right? That don't mean I'm no bitch ass nigga. I don't want this to be misconstrued as I rob a bitch. All I'm saying is if I see a motherfucking 12, they say it was the fucking body of it is 12 or 13 inches. The wingspan can get to be 2 or 3 feet on both sides. Head big enough to make me nervous on that motherfucker. They got teeth and shit, but the thing is, they say all they eat is nectar and fruits. I'm not going to be comforted by that, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I can't protect the black woman. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm saying I'm no whole bitch about this shit. But what I know is if I see a bat that big, I've never seen one that big. I ain't seen a whole lot of even the small ones. They travel in packs and shit like that. And that's enough to at least make me duck. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to do a duck on the cool, like a smooth duck. You know what I'm saying? Like get low. I'm going to try to do it smooth, but I'm going to still do it. And I don't think that make me no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I should be judged off saying this shit like this. Hopefully, if I'm in a situation with a black woman and we in this situation, she understands as well when something's coming at us that fast, we run. Like that's what we do as a team. Like we get the fuck up out of there. Because they say they can't see and shit at night, but I don't know, I don't know what the fuck they got going on, and I don't want to take no chances. Them bitches carry disease. Now, the Asian caves know they carry disease. You can get bit by one of them motherfuckers and break weak. If you remember the movie, goddamn Cujo got rabies from one of these motherfucking bats. Now, again, they say this motherfucker is a fruit bat. I'm not here to check and find out whether this the one rogue bat that's like, you know what? I'm tired of motherfucking apples and flowers and shit. I'm trying to see what that be like. You don't know when they're going to make that decision. I'm not about to stick around and find out. You see what I'm saying? So, but the Chinese know these motherfuckers carry disease. And when I was doing the research on megabats, I found out that people eat them. This is what I found out. And people get sick from eating them. And you know what? Even though this research is done, even though this research is out here, motherfuckers still be eating them. What that lets me know is there's something seriously wrong with the Asian motherfucking caves. Y'all gotta see, they don't even have to eat bats and shit like that. They make you sick. And these bitches will still eat them. They will still eat them. Megabats. Motherfucking megabats. Why the fuck am I eating a megabat? They sleep during the day and shit, so I'm sure they easy kill. You can just walk up on them. They just be hanging. I mean, I saw pictures of these bitches just hanging the fuck out, right? They just hanging the fuck out. Be sleep as fuck all day, right? And I'm sure they can just walk up. You can walk up to them and hit the motherfuckers. Just, go shoot the motherfuckers or whatever the fuck you gotta do. But what the fuck makes you want to break down something that like that and eat that knowing it's making motherfuckers sick? See, this is why the fuck they done found 2 cases of the bubonic over there. This is why. It's shit like this. Because they play around like this. Because they caves. If you look at even if you want to call them Asians, cool. If you look at their motherfucking behavior. I mean, after you get through being, hypnotized by the karate and, crouching tiger flying and, the ninja shit. Once you get through being mesmerized by that. Fortune cookies too, right? Even though I don't think that's culturally them. I think that's some Americanized, propagandized type shit. But either way, once you get through being amazed, understand that these motherfuckers engage in some behaviors that don't give you a choice but to deem them the motherfucking caves, which is what they are. It's what they are, man. They're over there acting like that. A couple of y'all live in states right now that they're scaling back. Some of y'all have places that y'all live in right now where they opened up and now they're gonna go back to closing again. I don't want y'all to lose y'all's fucking mind over this shit. I know people were suffering from what they were calling cabin fever. It got people frustrated as hell. Y'all don't lose your shit over this. Don't lose focus over this. Because it's during this time and times like this where they're going to be enforcing certain laws. And I want you, and I want black people to understand that the way laws are enforced against you are going to be significantly different than they are against the caves. You know this already. When they start making masks mandatory, now we know these caves are wilding about these motherfucking masks. We see them on camera wilding out in stores like that, but they're not being killed. Okay? They're not being killed. You might laugh at them. They might tell them they can't come back to the store, but they're not being killed. Black people, understand that whatever laws they create based on this coronavirus shit, and I understand everybody's saying comply, just put the fucking mask on. It's no big deal. Understand those that are not in compliant, who are also black, will be suffering from a different type of enforcement than anybody else. That is bar none. That is what goes on with our people in this society, and you must be ready for that. You have to be. You have to be. And most motherfuckers I see it wearing a mask, they wearing them bitches around their mouth. They wearing them bitches around their mouth. I don't know what type of, because the mask ain't doing shit anyway. But wearing it around your mouth, if you believe in the mask, wearing it around your mouth is not this. You might as well just wear that bitch as a wristband. I mean, at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they telling you to wear them, but they're not saying how you got to wear them. So put that bitch around your arm or something, Because they making you walk into some places, and I don't know, maybe they're not strictly enforcing it yet. In some places, they're saying that kids younger than 11 don't even have to wear them. They ain't even worried about the kids. That's why they're trying to get these schools to open back up. A lot of people are opposed to even the schools opening back up. A lot of motherfuckers ready to get their kids out of their goddamn house anyway. Like, God damn, if y'all don't get this shit done by August, I'm liable to kill one of these motherfuckers. I really am. Yeah. People act like that about their kids anyway. Like, hell, get these motherfuckers the fuck up out of here. Like, god damn. Because if y'all leave them bitches shut in August, that's really, I can't. A lot of people they just not able to deal with that shit. They trying to rush the kids back to school. Fast tracking that. Betsy DeVoe, her old goddamn white supremacist motherfucking ass. Every institution, yo. It don't matter. Every institution. This is why we don't got time to really be doing a whole bunch of other shit. Because of all these type of entanglements, you see? These type of, every institution, even the educational institution, still. White supremacists. Lining their pockets up. Capitalists like a motherfucker. To the point where they'll sacrifice human life. Because understand, when they talk about capitalism, understand that capitalism is one thing. Capitalism at the sacrifice of human life, that's not capitalism no more. They try to, use this term capitalism like you can just say, well, yeah, it's a free market capitalism. Nah, motherfucker. No, you're not going to run past me with that bullshit. You're sacrificing human life. You'll run a pipeline. You'll poison people's water. You'll do anything. That's not capitalism. That's greed. Plain and simple. Greed. Insidious, disgusting ass greed. Don't let these motherfuckers fast talk you talking about no free market and capitalist system. No. Hell no. That's a fucking lie. Because these motherfuckers will sacrifice human life to make money. So, not capitalism. But they're forcing these kids back to school or trying to get them to go back to school. Y'all's boy Donald Trump is, he's standing behind the same argument. He wants motherfuckers to go back to school because they know what that creates. They understand the creation of having people sit at home with their kids, people that are using their time wisely, because a lot of motherfuckers aren't using this time wisely, but a lot of people are educating their children. Too many of us not, but enough of us are. And when people sitting around, when you sitting around, you got more time to think. Because one of the things you got to understand about the fact that they keep us working all the time is the fact that will keep your mind occupied all the time. Because everybody always thinking about paying bills. That's the bottom line. Paying bills, providing. Keep your mind occupied with that. That way, a lot of this other shit, it'll run past you. You too tired to deal with it. You too tired to teach your kids anything. They want to keep you tired as they possibly can. Because everything is about paying bills. That's a planned, strategic method that they use to detach us from our children and to make them into fucking robots just like we are. That's a plan. Make them into fucking robots. They're not going to allow the socialization process of our children through the school system that creates workers, bar none, by and large, creating more workers. They're just wanting us to continue to feed the machine anyway. That's really all it is. They're going to need workers. They're going to need quote unquote educated workers, quote unquote socialized workers. That's what they're going to need. People that are willing to follow rules. Even if those rules don't make no fucking sense, even if those rules infringe on what I would call, freedoms that you're gonna get off birthright. They want a bunch of fucking machines. And we do what we supposed to do. We send them in there, don't tell them shit. Hell, most of us won't even tell our kids that they black. We won't even do that work for our kids. Just send them out there, Send them out there to seek acceptance from white supremacy with no checks and balances because you too tired from working. That is a plan. To keep you distracted as fuck. But black people, be mindful of the way they're going to be enforcing these rules against you, against your children. They're going to be enforcing these rules a lot more harshly on you. When they see you not wearing a mask, they may fuck around and call the motherfucking cops. They might fuck around and be able to do that. Or use excessive force and say that they were scared for their life. Because now, hell, if they saying the coronavirus or the possibility of getting coronavirus is basically a lethal, it could be a lethal diagnosis. It could be a lethal thing. Then you could easily be like, well, shit, I thought that motherfucker right there, I know they got it. They called 4 times I had to kill him. I was scared for my life. And in this system, if a motherfucking cave did it to a black person, that shit'll work. That shit will work. I feared for my life. They coughed like 3 times in a row. And I shot them 1,745 times. And I was scared. They can get away with that. This system will allow that. Understand that. That's even these neighborhood watch ass, bitch ass, hoe ass, cave ass, Zimmerman motherfuckers too. They'll let anybody get away with that when it's against you. Y'all don't be over here laughing and shit. But this is real. So y'all be mindful of that. I know I'm not into the mask thing. No Jim Carrey, right? I'm not gonna do the mask for these motherfuckers like that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It doesn't it doesn't make sense to me. And if everybody got a mask on anyway, then me not having a mask on should be all right. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody should be straight. If they all got masks on and they really work like they claim they do, then me walking up in there with no mask, I mean, you should be all right, right? Everybody should be good, right? Because the masks work, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they work, right? Or y'all just playing, you know? If they work, I should be good. So, it just, but black people be mindful of that because I do see that coming. I see that being something that they're going to start doing. We already saw glimpses of this as it was, where they were enforcing the mask thing at the beginning and black people were getting their ass whooped. Meanwhile, motherfuckers are walking up to the cops or walking up to black people or walking up to the caves and giving them masks and shit to wear and talking softly and nicely to them and things like that. So this is just going to give them another reason to target us. And I need y'all to be ready to be targeted, not crying like y'all like to fucking do, sitting around crying all on camera. Sound like your mama just whooped your ass and told you to go take a goddamn nap at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday. You get on her goddamn nerves. These niggas that get on camera. Like, what the fuck? Where do you think you are? Like, why am I ready for this? I'm already readying myself for the fuckery. And you niggas is crying. Like, I can't do it. They had called me. Like, come on, man. Racial slurs. Really? Really? Okay. And somebody got their camera out and recorded the whole thing. They might start crying just because they watched the shit. You know how niggas do. They might start crying with them. Like, no. All this crying. Stop. This is reality. This is what it is. Stop crying for these motherfuckers. They laughing at you. They are laughing. Just like white tears make you laugh, black ones make them bitches kiki like a motherfucker. All in the caves. Just laughing. Ah! All they had to do was call her a nigger. Him or her a nigger. And this motherfucker crying on camera now. Done thought shit was a game and ran up to the white bar. Wanted to be cool and shit with the white folk. They get drunk, he get his ass whooped. Like, nigga, get it together. Still, like, get it together. Elaine Lloyd, mad love to you, Elaine. Elaine said it makes me mad to see these white women flipping out and black women still called the angry ones. It's propaganda. Propaganda. If we're not going to defeat propaganda on every level, then it's going to work on every level. I mean, it's the same shit. To me, anyway, all propaganda is doing the same thing, and that's making black people look a certain type of way negatively. All of it. All of it. From the angry black woman to the thug black man, all of it is used to justify murdering you. All of it is used to devalue your life. And when these caves murder you, they could chalk that shit up as well. Another thug, or well, just some old irate ass angry black woman, Sandra Bland. Like that's what they do. That's what they do. And we let them. I mean, y'all see all these white motherfucking caves out here acting a damn fool, and hell, all y'all want is allies from them. That's it. Y'all just want to be their friends. Letting them come around here and insult your fucking intelligence on a daily basis. They insulting our intelligence. Every day. You got motherfuckers out here trying to tell you how they're insulting your intelligence, and you don't want to hear that shit. The NBA about to start back. Coons. Like, just... coons. Like, it makes no sense. Like, how are you okay with that? That's how we exist. But y'all, I'm about to get the fuck off here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through. I know I didn't get to many comments, but I gotta work, you know. I gotta get my ass back in these streets tomorrow. And hell, really the only thing that's good about the cities being back locked down is the traffic gonna go back down. Because I'm telling you, let motherfuckers drive, man. It really shows you, like, while everybody was at the house and cities was locked down, I was getting through places like Atlanta in no time. Now everybody playing bumper cars again. I'm like, what the fuck? You cannot let humans drive. You just can't. You can't let humans drive like they just know how. Like, it's like they put a certain level of confidence in us, and it just shouldn't be there. Like, you shouldn't be able to just get a license, just go get a car, and just drive all willy-nilly. You know, they passed, they did a 3-point turn. Or no, yeah, 3-point turn, they parallel park, they good to go. Like, what the fuck? They out here killing folk, man. But I want to show mad love and appreciation for everybody who came in here, spend some time with me. And y'all know I don't get to go live that much anymore. I be in weird ass fucking areas that don't really have great service and shit like that. So I don't get to go live that much. So I appreciate y'all. I didn't announce, and I probably should have, but I appreciate y'all for coming to spend this time with me. Hopefully, you know, I was able to at least put something on your mind. We're going to have to make an issue of the medical examiner and the coroner. We cannot keep letting these motherfuckers getting away with their anti-black, racist ass motherfucking, as they call it, calling out how the person died, and they able to tell us suicide every time, and we go to the club that weekend. Like, how? Like, how are we letting this shit continue to take place like this and not call this shit out? And even the motherfuckers that y'all can call yourself voting for, challenge them to make this a fucking issue. If they're telling you that voting fucking matters, and they telling you to run down to the motherfucking polls, this type of shit needs to be made an issue. At least say something about it. I ain't heard nobody say shit about no motherfucking medical examiners being racist as fuck. Nothing about that part of the system. I ain't heard them say shit about it. Nobody's challenging them to say anything about it. They should be challenged. Your mayors, your governors, if you believe in these motherfuckers, now y'all know I don't, because they're not talking about this shit. But if you believe in them, you should be challenging them and talk about this type of shit. And make this system that's telling you it's not racist and we moving on and we getting better, make them explain this to you then. Make the Candace Owens of the world, or all these motherfuckers that sit around out here saying these coon ass talking points, make them explain this shit to you. Challenge them to do so. But that's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. I'm gonna get off here. Mad love to y'all. Black first, second, and third. Mad love to everybody showing support. Mad love to everybody ordering t-shirts. Mad love to everybody just showing love to me. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all keep me going. Y'all share the video, like the video if you got here late. If you like what you heard, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And I'll see y'all next time. I'm out.